Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show, we've got a review for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which is a little bit of an interesting park. I've got to be pretty negative about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get it straight out there. So I'm actually going to start before we even get into the park. So the drive from Richmond, which is where we're staying, to the park, round about an hour or so. Not too bad. Pretty straight, pretty simple. It turns out that the drive from there to the turnway was very simple. The turning off to the actual getting parked and set up was the equivalent of the journey. It took us an hour to turn off. Now, obviously, I do appreciate that this is one of these things where if you go to this park quite often, and if potentially there's a really good, little helpful trick, or if there's a tip for it, that'd be great. I happen to have not seen or heard anything about it, so it was incredibly infuriating. And what's to make it even worse is not long after getting in the park, we actually went on, Apollo's Chariot, and could see that there was now no traffic to get into it. Effectively, all turned up at 10:30ish. Just really frustrating. There's nothing worse than having it where it just takes ages to enter. Where effectively it's two lanes, and instead of doing it where it divides off, and several cars from one part of it goes over to the service bit over here, or the kiosks, and another one goes over there to these kiosks. No, it was just effectively a huge queue, and then the two either side were effectively quite empty. It was really infuriating, really poorly done. I don't know if they can have a guy directing traffic, or they can have a slightly different system of doing it, but yeah, thought that was really irritating and not what you really expect to want. It just generally sets it down to quite a bad tone. Right, having said that, let's get to the positives of Busch Gardens. So this park is actually pretty damn gorgeous. It has great theming. It has great architecture, great appearance. Everything's well thought out. It's just generally a really picturesque and pretty park to look around, and it's a really nice place to be in. Effectively, it feels very much like a European park, if I was being really honest with you. It just is a generally really nice place to be, and actually, will be honest, you could happily walk around this park and generally, I think, really enjoy what it looks like. Let's switch it up and go a little bit more negative again, unfortunately, and I will be honest, and this is probably going to upset some people. I'm really sorry. It's just a general, my opinion. So I actually thought the roller coasters at this park are somewhat weak. So I will be honest, credit where credit's due. I thought Alpenglow is actually really good fun. I actually thought Griffin was really good. Personally, they're decent. And then everything else, and I'm including the Apollo's Chariot in this, by the way. I'm really sorry. It's people have complained about Millennium Force being forceless for years, and this has somehow not been touched. I admittedly had a back row ride on it, so I do appreciate that we didn't actually get to go on the front row because of a slight, cleaning issue, should we say, for the ride, and it was just taking forever to clean up, effectively, and effectively just lost patience with it. But yeah, effectively, this is one of those rides where I absolutely understand that, it's B&M, the front row usually gets more airtime than the back, so I do accept that it will be better in the front row, but the problem is it was just forceless. It was just unbelievably forceless. Effectively, got no airtime, pretty much, got no real speed, no sense of near misses, nothing. It was actually probably one of the most disappointing roller coasters I've ever been on. I was so underwhelmed by it, it beggars belief. Now, there are certain rides at this park which I'm not too surprised. So, Tempesto, that kind of lived up to expectations. It was okay, nothing special. I actually will be honest. I thought Invader would actually be quite a lot more fun than it was. It was just all right, bit of a poor man's Wicker Man, if I'm really, really honest about it, and being a little bit brutal. Then we have Lot Less Monster, which is a classic, but doesn't really do much. Very scenic, not too bad, but it's okay. And for Bolton was just your very standard, good fun, but nothing too memorable or anything like that. And that's the problem with this park, is it's a very picturesque, very pretty park, but the roller coasters don't really deliver for the most part. It's the same thing as well. I actually thought this place would actually have really, really, really good food, and that might be my mistake of thinking it would be a lot better than it actually was. Now, the food there isn't bad. I like to point out it's not bad, but effectively I was expecting it to have lots of sit-down restaurants. I was expecting it to have lots of, if it was, for example, just normal, just pick up the food and go sort of stuff, that it would be, pretty nice, pretty simple stuff. And I will be honest, I was a little bit disappointed by it. Again, I think it's one of these parks where it just was there a little bit was, it's not what I was expecting it to be, because I'll be honest, I had a very high, kind of like, thought process when it came to, Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I'd actually really enjoyed Busch Gardens Tampa, for example. I mean, admittedly, ages ago, but it's, still a park which I really hold in high regard, and I thought it'd be very similar. Turns out they're not. I will say, obviously, this park is beautifully themed. It looks amazing. It's really nice to be in. I had no problems with any of the operations or anything like that. This park, really tidy, really clean. Staff seemed really good. The Escape from Pompeii is actually a really cool water ride. It has, the train's really good fun to go on. The lands are all really nicely split out, and it's all really nicely set out. It's a really large park. It's a park you could easily spend a day. It'd be great for if you're there, just for thrills or as a family and stuff like that. But it does have negatives. It's probably the most disappointing park of the trip, and that's saying a lot since we went to Michigan's Adventure. But then that didn't have high expectations, whereas this kind of did. So there we go. But so look, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it. I'm not completely trashing it. I didn't think it was an awful park. It just maybe wasn't necessarily what I thought it would be, or my cup of tea. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video anyway, regardless of how negative I am. I mean, usually I'm a very positive person when it comes to theme parks, so it just kind of struck a nerve a little bit. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video anyway. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, I expected a few people to, it's probably their favourite park, so I do apologise to you guys. I'm sure you have your reasons for really liking it. It's just not my sort of thing. Anyway, hopefully I'll catch you on the next video, and hope you all have a good day.